There we go. Super Rugby.
I'd like to see Julian Savia score one against his old team.
You want to see Julian Savia get on the board?
Yeah, I do
indeed.
Yeah, against his old team.
Against his old team, you reckon, eh?
Yep. That would make my night.
We'll see. In theory, Moana Pasifika should get flogged here, but
I think that, well...
they've brought a lot of their big guns back and the Canes have rotated.
Yeah, well, they should win by 20.
They should.
I think they'll win by 20.
How's it going? Red 7 says,
hey, team.
No TJ, so Julian's time to catch up. I don't reckon he'll score this week, but be nice to see him get over the whitewash. Bosty reckons, hey, Bosty, man, long time no see. Canes by 31. And Mark reckons Moana going to be put to the sword. Daramundi, man, how's it going? We are...
I'll say 21.
21 points.
Maybe 25.
I want it to be closer. I don't think it will be. My head says you're right, but my heart says 15.
Yep.
But I think you guys are probably right. I think it'll probably be a bit of a lopsided result.
You want me to get to it or let her just come in?
Nah, she can come in when she's ready.
Okay.
My mum is here as well. Gazza's here. How's it going, Gazza?
Yeah, good team.
Welcome along. My mum's here too, but she's just reading bedtime stories to my kids. It's only 7 o'clock, so the kids aren't in bed yet, but yeah. Early game. There's not as many people at this game as there would have been for some of the other ones, just because...
not a bad crowd, though.
Yeah, Moana Pacific is not like the biggest draw, but the Canes have fluffed the kick-off and Moana's knocked it on, so it's a bit of a scrappy start. Mark says, G'day, Gazza.
G'day, team. This is still a strong Hurricanes team.
Yeah.
They're going to have their bench with eight players.
That's right.
Run it.
They kick it a lot, Gazza.
I wish they'd reuse their backs. I've got good backs, Moana Pasifika.
Oh yeah, bit of a kick-in duel early. If you could add any rugby player in history, not an All Black, to the current All Blacks, who would it be? Bloody hell, that's a hell of a question.
Probably a flanker many years ago should have been an All Black. Not that long ago, but a few years ago. A guy named Dwayne Monkley.
Dwayne Monkley.
Yeah, he played for Waikato, and he was brilliant. One of the main reasons he didn't get in the All Blacks was every time he was due to get in the All Blacks, he got injured. But Dwayne Monkley, remember that name? Google him. Very, very good flanker. Very good.
Any player from history, that's such a big thing. Who's one of the greatest players of all time? Who's in the rugby? Oh no! David Havili's just dropped it cold.
What did you say? Who
are some of the greatest players of all time? Who's in the Rugby Hall of Fame?
Richard McCaw, Dan Carr.
But not All Blacks, they said.
Not All Blacks. Yeah. Who would have in there?
Brian O'Driscoll, John Eales.
Oh yeah,
George Gregan.
Yeah. You mean foreign players?
Yeah. I guess.
Owen Farrell, yeah.
Also, everyone in Wellington is going to the Knicks game tomorrow. That's true. The soccer, the football.
Make or break.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Very good point. 2 games on the same weekend, so yeah. April Tui, kia ora rugby people. Hey Gazza and Mark. Hey April Tui, how's it going? It's actually not too cold here today. It's been alright.
It's been quite warm.
It rained a bit earlier on, so that cloud seems to keep some of the heat in. But pads ablaze. Hello Mark and Gazza. Up the Canes.
Who's going to win this competition?
Canes will be one of the teams right up there.
Yeah.
And how's your room?
Oh yeah, it's better.
Clean?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Please, Moana, drop
Come on,
points.
boy. We're waiting for you. What are you doing?
Time check. Oh yeah, DuPont. Gus is a great
But
call.
who are you cheering for?
Go Moana Pasifika, but I think they will lose.
I'm cheering for the home.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. Now 3:05. That's the time check.
Give me a kiss. See you Sunday.
Fellas, remember, no speaker.
You're a bossy little britches, aren't you?
So is she.
Spring means the Cats wake us up too early. 4:30 a.m.
Oh my
Goodness
goodness.
gracious me.
It's a bit early.
If these guys got me up at 4:30 a.m., there would be hell to pay. Oh, Moana Pasifika's under a heap of pressure, really. They need a nice exit here. Hurricanes need to stay on side.
They've got the ball.
What can they do with it?
They need to kick the hell out of it.
Yes, can they?
Yeah, Daddy, you're saying the wrong words.
Oh,
Oh,
oh no.
charge down.
Oh, is that an easy? An on the wing.
Got to back my Canes to win this year, says
Yeah.
Patsa. Yeah, I mean, the Canes are going to be one of the favourites. Canes, Blues,
Definitely.
Chiefs, any of those sides to win it wouldn't be a huge surprise, other than that none of those sides have won it for years. Blues have, made final. Chiefs have made last year's final.
Go Kenny, go Kenny. Go Kenny.
Brumbies are going to be in with a shout. Reds could be funny on their day, you never know.
They can beat anybody on their
But
day.
as long as it's not the Crusaders for a change,
Yes.
I think I'd take it.
No, kick it, kick it.
Scooter, man. Evening, everyone. How's it going? He says, good to see Gazza. Been a while. How
Come
things
on,
are
Moana,
going?
come on. Get it out, get it out.
Scooter.
Use your backs, use your backs. Use your backs.
There you go. You got your wish. Oh, no, you're chucking it to nobody. It's all a bit calamitous for Moana
It is.
Pasifika.
Go Danny, go Danny.
Before you came in, they just dropped a kick cold, like straight off his
no.
chest.
Oh no.
So, yeah, it's been a bit scrappy from Moana Pasifika
Gonna have to
early.
come and get your girl.
Oh no, it was just finishing off his
Go!
Go, go.
Go!
Here we go. Here we go.
Go.
Oh, good try-saving tackle there from,
Where's
what's
the
that
support?
fullback's
Where's
name?
the support?
Oh,
dear.
is that Danny Taliola?
What's the Hurricanes fullback's name? It's that
Godfrey.
Godfrey. That's right. He's only played a couple of games this year.
Go, 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 go. Go Feeney, go Feeney. Go.
They could use an early score.
They could. It'd be good to see them score.
Go Anisi, go
Godfrey.
Anisi.
Thank you, Ducks Quack.
Go Julian.
Hey, Granddad, who are you supporting? I'm hearing you
God, I'd
support
laugh
the
if they won this
Hurricanes,
game.
and I'm hearing you support Moana
He doesn't
Pasifika.
really.
He just
mind
wants to see a
who
good
wins.
game.
He just wants, yeah, he just wants to see a good game.
Who do you want to win?
I want Moana Pasifika.
You want Moana Pacifica to win?
Because they're blue.
Back in the underdogs.
Yeah, why not?
No, it's kind of pretty bad.
Ross says, let's go Canes. Last team to win the comp outside the Crusaders. Jeez, was it really
Oh,
them?
really? Gosh.
2016.
Oh, man, that's depressing, isn't it? That's
It
how
is.
long ago it was.
Well, the Crusaders ain't winning it this year.
Well,
I will not say that until they have
until they're not
been
in the-
officially
yes,
eliminated.
Exactly.
I think that might have been a knock on there, James.
It looked like it, eh?
Knockback, we'll give it knockback.
Oh, dear no.
Morgan puts boot to ball. Oh,
Hey, I thought you'd be cheering for
Oh,
me.
Havili.
man, would you? Yeah, it's him again. He's the guy who dropped it earlier.
Oh, really?
William Havili.
He's a good player, that guy.
Needs to catch
David
the
Havili's
ball.
brother.
He needs to catch the ball, though.
He does need to catch the ball.
It's kind of part of the job.
Mm-hmm.
Go Aiden, go Aiden.
You gotta catch it. Oh.
Don't let it bounce. Goodness
Oh,
me.
man.
come on,
Watching you guys in backfield is painful, Moana Pasifika, for goodness sake.
Not a bad kick.
My partner who doesn't watch rugby said this to me the other day. For the All Blacks to win, the Crusaders have to lose, referring to the coaching staff. Do you see some truth in that comment? Well, I guess in the 7 years that the Crusaders have been utterly dominant, the All Blacks didn't manage to win a World Cup, did they? So maybe that's part of it.
Hey, but the Crusaders can't compete. They're not a national team.
No, but they're saying like the Crusaders players that then go on to make up a large portion of the All Blacks.
Yeah.
Go Justin, go Justin.
I think when we had that 2015 All Blacks team, all the New Zealand teams were pretty good, eh? Like we'd seen, what year did the Highlanders win it? Because I know the Highlanders won it.
2015, I think.
Yeah, the Hurricanes won it the next year. The Chiefs had won it not long before that. Crusaders had made a couple of finals. I think it was only the Blues that were terrible. And even they had a couple of like guys that always made the All Blacks. Like Nonu was playing for us, and he would play rubbish, but still play great for the All Blacks,
yeah,
kind
he
of thing.
would. That's right.
He played for the Highlanders as well too, didn't he?
I don't know if they can even get to top 8, taking on 1 and 3 of the last games. Ain't going to be easy, Paddy. You're right, mate. They need to beat either the Brumbies tomorrow or the Blues the week after, and probably then Moana as
They'll
well.
probably beat these guys.
Yeah, they should beat Moana Pasifika at home, but unless just the teams like the Drua, unless the Drua just don't win any more games, you'd think the Crusaders have
They
to
might
win.
beat the Reds tomorrow over there.
Yeah. What I'm saying is if the Drua win, it just raises the bar that
Yes.
the Crusaders have to now get to.
Yep.
So, because right now, 1 win would put them in, but if the Drua win as well, then it's 2 wins
2
that they
wins.
need, kind of thing, you know what I mean?
And bonus points probably.
Yeah. Sinkinton's been good on defence, eh? Says Cabbage Patch. I honestly haven't been paying enough attention. I've been watching these Moana Pacific guys run around like headless chooks in the backfield. Crusaders know they're not going to see Razor dance. That might be a factor, Gus.
The Razor's not their coach anymore anyway.
Exactly right. I'm a Crusaders fan, and I conceded the season once we lost to the Force. So I'm a Blues fan now. We'll take you, Josh.
Absolutely.
We'll take you.
More the merrier.
Razor will be dancing in front of the World Cup in 2027. That'd
You're
be
right.
that'd be one I could get behind.
Yep.
I've seen Razor breakdancing probably a few too many times for my liking. Try time for the Hurricanes. That had been coming for a while, hasn't it?
Tapu.
Yeah, the
Got some hairdo,
the
isn't
hooker.
it?
They've had a bit of a hooking crisis with all the injuries they've had,
Yeah,
but
They've used 4 or 5 hookers this year.
yeah, that is a heck of a hairdo, isn't it? Bold.
I think he wants to be noticed.
I get the feeling. You probably wouldn't have that haircut if you just worked at Bunnings.
I don't think so.
Maybe. I don't know.
Unlikely.
As a Chiefs fan, I hope Pacifica win. I mean, it'd be nice. But, I mean, I think it'd put them in the playoffs if they won, but it's not looking real likely at the moment.
Not the way they're playing.
That was almost like an American football spike. Razor's had a knee replacement, so he can't quite do all the moves now. I guess Father Time catches up with the best of us.
He's had both knees operated on.
Especially former rugby players whose bodies are usually pretty well battered, eh? Jonathan celebrating the try. Let's see if Morgan can get the conversion, and the ball's fallen off the tee.
Now he's on a time limit. Look at the scar on his face. He got that against the Drua.
Oh, really?
Hey, this should be the guy that.
Oh,
he
he sloughed it.
He was rushing.
Yeah, he
Aiden,
was.
what are you doing?
He was rushing.
They're saying for years
time,
that
man.
Razor getting the AB's job will save New Zealand rugby in more ways than one.
No,
It's beginning to come true. Well, I think what he means is the fact that he's left the Crusaders means that Super Rugby is suddenly more interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah, and I don't know how many times I'll see it on this channel. We're going to have to give Razor time. It's not going to happen overnight. Every great rugby team there's ever been has never had, maybe only the Ramfully Shield side of Auckland that we knew many years ago would come in with a pretty good record and go to greatness. Most teams have to build up over a 4 or 5 year period.
well, he ain't got 5 years. He's got 4.
They could probably do it in 3 if they don't lose too many overseas.
Pads is only 23 and he's fallen apart. I know the feeling. Aches and pains, mate.
Hey, Dada.
Yes.
Does that guy that scored the try, does he work at Bunnings?
No.
No.
What I was saying was his haircut is quite
Unique.
colourful, unique. And if he had a regular person's job, like
He wouldn't be working at Bunnings.
a Bunnings worker, then he probably wouldn't have such a flash haircut. But because he's a rugby player, he can be a little bit more colourful. Does that make sense?
At Bunnings? Bunnings, he should be wearing green.
Yeah, he might work at Bunnings in his spare time, but I don't think so.
Because he hit
He's been in the NPC team for a while, eh?
Right.
Yeah, they're gonna miss it. I can tell. Yep.
Gee, they're just letting it bounce.
Their backfield is just awful at the moment. They can't deal with the kicks, eh?
Even when they're bouncing.
Like, that's how you catch it. Look at that. It wasn't that hard.
That's Godfrey's not bad, eh?
Oh, that
Bad
on the
luck.
full. Just too big. It's close. Here's a question you might know. How will the England series work this year considering only 2 games? How will a winner be determined if it's 1 game apiece? I actually haven't seen if they are going to separate based on points difference or if it's just... I think it's just... If it's 1 each, it's a draw, I assume.
Oh, I mean, one it should be a draw, yeah. There's only 2 games.
Yeah, it's not like a table with points difference and tries scored
Actually,
and all that.
that's going to be quite a hard challenge for the All Blacks first time up.
Yeah.
That England team's a pretty good team.
Are they going to bring their top players?
Oh, I think they will.
Hope so.
I don't see any reason why they wouldn't.
Just seems to be the thing. I don't know about
Sometimes they
rugby, but
rest
in
them, eh?
other sports that they don't bring their top teams.
Oh man, pressure on Liam Hovili there.
I don't see there's any reason why they wouldn't bring their top team.
Well, I hope they
This-
do.
To be honest and fair, this is one of the few times that England have got a real good chance of beating us on our home soil. So I would think that Steve Borthwick will bring their top team.
Hope so. Even the so-called disastrous Ian Foster eventually took the ABs to a World Cup final, so give Razor time and he'll do the bits, hopefully. I hope so, mate. I mean, he's had outrageous success with every other team he's touched, so
Yep.
I can't see it not translating to some kind of success with the All Blacks, but it depends, I guess, how you measure it.
That's right.
Like, World Cups are hard to win even for the best coaches and the best teams. Mistake by Aidan Morgan out on the full looking for a P22. Was that Morgan or was that Godfrey? G'day all.
Godfrey,
Big V8
Godfrey.
show, man. How's it going?
That was Godfrey.
Yeah. How's things in Hong Kong at the minute, buddy? Randy Viper. Oh, cheers, man. $5 dues. Or $5 New Zealand dollars, I should say. I never watch any Moana Pasifika games. They need to cull Moana. Every game is a flogging. I will tune back in for the trivia. Will Gazza be at Eden Park if we're in the final? I don't think so. I might go.
I hope I get to go.
It gets a bit brisk. It's a bit brisk at Eden Park. He's in his 70s.
I'm in my 70s now.
He needs to stay warm.
74 next week.
74.
Dad,
When?
Tell them that.
Next week.
Next week.
Next week.
Far out. I haven't even got you anything.
Oh no.
I told Judy what I wanted.
just get him a Kit Kat. That'll be enough.
Get him a Kit Kat. All right. Lock it in.
I want All Black Cups because she broke my last
I
one.
broke his.
Did you
all
break
that-
his... My All Black Cup's broken as well.
I broke it.
You broke it.
I dropped it.
Oh, no.
She dropped it on the steps. So
You're-
Judy said she's going to be getting me a couple of All Black ones.
Mugs. Like coffee mugs.
Coffee mug.
Okay.
Judy's going to get me a couple.
I
So you're
dropped
gonna be 74.
it. You will be.
Yeah, I know.
Jeepers.
Yep.
It's not a bad innings.
Not bad.
Not bad. Got a way to go yet though. Got to
Yeah.
beat my brothers.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Randy, there's a little bit of early season optimism with Moana Pasifika, but admittedly the last 5 rounds or so have not been great.
Hey, Dad, I don't care which team wins.
Good. Enjoy the game, I guess, is the main thing, eh? I see there are 3 generations of Morgans in the stream, Big Viet Show. Indeed.
There are.
3 generations of Morgans.
See, they pushed the Hurricanes.
Hey, big scrum
Good job.
from Moana Pasifika. Good stuff.
Hey, Dad, if we're playing in Eden Park at the finals, can I go as well?
Maybe. It'll be a nighttime game, though. That's the only thing.
So it'll be a bit cold.
It'll be
A
late.
bit late as well.
I don't fancy England's chances, says Pip. Maybe one game. The advantage, I guess, Pip, England will have is Steve Borthwick's been in the job for a couple of years now, whereas Razor will still be just getting everything together.
Getting his feet under the table.
So that's the only kind of advantage England. I mean, the home advantage is obviously squarely with the All
And
Blacks.
the All Blacks
so,
are only going to have maybe a week or two to train.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that I'm just saying. In that time, I think I might be like 12. I'm already 8, you know.
What by what time?
Oh, he's thinking World Cup.
Oh, World Cup. Yeah. We're talking about the final this year. Hurricanes have lost the last 2 or 3. They need a response early. They do need to probably put down a marker in this game with the rotated squad. Weather's nice up here. Been enjoying the Super Rugby season. That's good stuff. I was in China back in April and the weather was mixed. Very mixed.
I'm gonna go get some fruit.
Didn't you already have fruit?
Yeah.
Go on, have more fruit. Fruit's good for you. Ben, man, even when not playing, the Crusaders are living free in everyone's heads. Mate, 7 years. We're all scarred. Can you blame us? 7 years. My son's 8. He's only known 1 year of his life when the Crusaders weren't champions. It's insane. Oh
here goes
my
another
goodness,
try.
the
Oh my
Hurricanes' hands.
Wait, really?
Outstanding. It's
Lucky.
it's the next best haircut on the
Well
field.
done. Yeah.
Go, lady, get
Play
to
it
your
and
seat.
watch.
Get those chips to your seat so you can go watch the replay.
It's the other guy.
Saloi
Back on, yeah.
Loaki, he's their reserve prop.
Yeah. It's their starting prop this week. Look at the hands, though.
Look at this.
Godfrey, Umaga Jensen,
Sullivan,
that was-
Sullivan with the bobble.
With a bit of a juggle there, yeah.
Sinkinson.
Yeah, footwork from
How many
Sinkinson.
people did he go through?
And then quick hands. Look at these hands.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 3 little pop passes. Great stuff, man.
Good try.
Bloody nice.
I saw that juggle.
Ew.
He should, when he's retired, he should go work at the circus like as a juggler.
Is he going to get
Not a
this?
rugby ball juggler.
Yes.
Oh, he'll get it. He'll get it.
Is your cousin Aidan Morgan going to get
He'll
this,
get it.
your nephew?
He'll get it.
Oh, only just.
Yeah, he got it. I said he'll get it. I didn't say it'd be nice, but he got it. Big V8 Show wants to know Gazza's thoughts on the decline of the Crusaders.
Well, injuries,
Yeah.
change of coaches,
All the All Blacks that have retired. Retirement.
retirements, yeah.
There's been a few.
Guys,
They've had an astronomical. I like New South Wales. They've had an astronomical
injury list.
injury
there.
toll. They've used a lot of players. Is Rob Penny a bad coach? Well, maybe. I think his heart's in the right place, but Razor was always going to be a tough act to follow. But unfortunately for them, they've had such a bad season that they,
Looks so much worse, doesn't it?
unless they make the finals and probably get close to winning it, it's going to be classed as an abject failure.
Yeah. Oh, come on, William. Wasn't his best kick. Oh, but he's competed well for it. Anyway. Henry says, come on, Moana, you got this. Maybe. Yeah, maybe not. 12-0 after 21 minutes. Garrett, who's your favourite rugby player? Do you have one? No, you don't.
I don't really say like which rugby player. I just
He likes teams rather than players specifically.
I don't care which player scores the most.
Mm.
All I care about
Oh, here
Here
comes
we
another
go.
try. Here's another try, Garrett.
Oh my goodness.
Judd right under the
Oh,
post.
dear.
This is a riot, folks.
wow.
Goodness me.
Didn't see much of it.
No, they're going to replay it if you want to come and have a look.
Getting embarrassing, and we're only a short way into the game.
Here it goes.
Just a simple step,
Yeah.
hey?
No, not their defence is not good.
It's
is it?
shocking.
Dreadful.
Goodness
No, that's right
me.
under the post. He'll convert that.
Great try, says Jonathan. Yeah, mate, that was slick, but the Moana defence is pretty shocking there.
Very bad.
I'll give the Blues or the Canes this year to recover that emotional scarring, just not the Chiefs. Fair enough, Ben. Thank you for being generous enough to give one of us 1 year.
Oh, I think the Chiefs will go close.
Yeah, Chiefs will go close.
They're flying under the
I
radar.
was just going to say that. They're flying under the
There you
They
go.
are flying under the radar, and they know it.
They're shoddy sometimes, but Moana provides a great opportunity for promising youngsters and fringe players to have a new lease on life. Plus, their jerseys are beautiful. They do well in the jerseys. They're kind of like Italy in that regard, in that they have nice jerseys but tend to play a bit crap. But yeah, I mean, it is certainly a lot of these guys who have played for Moana Pasifika have gone on to play for Tonga and Samoa. So at least
play well.
At least that gives them a chance to have played at a higher level before they jump into test matches, you know what I mean? They at least get a taste of Super Rugby.
Oh, and the best player for Moana Pasifika by a long way is Nisi at number 8. He's good. I wish he was in one of the other teams.
Oh, here we go.
Go. Come on.
From the kickoff. Kane's kickoff receipt's not been real clean this match. That's one area that they're looking a bit dodgy.
Go. Come on, Manawa.
Nice and sleazy. He says, morning, gents. It's been a while. Hope you're all well. No, we're doing good, mate.
We're all good.
We're doing good. Weather is quite nice, actually. Despite the fact that we're not quite technically in winter yet, are we?
Not yet,
It's still autumn.
Next month.
Gaz is having a birthday next week.
Oh,
Dropped it.
They must have been
Back for
playing
the
about.
penalty. We're going to have good weather for you. Oh, we're going out for lunch on Sunday, aren't we?
Sunday,
Yep.
yeah.
For Granddad's
For
birthday.
Granddad's
Yep.
birthday.
Yep.
That'll be nice.
Will be.
I have to get you something before then, do I? Or do I
All
give
Black Cups.
Do I
She
get,
breaks them.
do I get it to you on Sunday? It's not your birthday
Oh,
on
no, you
Sunday.
give it to me next week if you like.
Okay, give it to
Hey,
you next week.
Granddad, don't blame Nana for breaking them. I think if you lifted them, you'd already break.
Oh, no, we're only
It was
joking that.
definitely my fault.
We're only joking. Yeah, we're not really blaming it. We're just having a wrong.
Jason, I'm at 24:55 now. That's pretty much bang on. 25 minutes now.
Look at Duplessis Karifi telling Dolman he doesn't know what he's doing. Look at him. He's telling Dolman he doesn't
Telling
know
him
what he's
something, isn't
doing.
he?
Of course he's telling Dolman he doesn't know what he's doing.
Who's winning the championship this year? Ooh, All Blacks, I think, have got 2 games over in South Africa, so I think you'd have to give the South Africans the edge in the fact that Argentina, Australia, and New Zealand have all got new coaches.
And they're all playing home and away.
Yeah,
Why have
so
they got 2 games over there instead of...
I think it's just the travel. They're trying to minimise the travel.
Okay.
We did it a couple of years ago when Fozzie almost lost his job. We
Yep.
played 2 games in South Africa that year.
We
as
won
well.
that second one.
Yeah, that saved his
It
job.
saved
Come
his
on,
job.
Moana! Get over the line. Hey! They scored a try. Not going to get nailed.
Finally.
Good stuff.
Finally, he's right.
Who
Good
was
job.
that? Who was that?
Looks like one of the front rowers. Oh, yeah. Mafaleo. The tight end.
He used to play for the Blues, eh?
He did, yeah. Big unit of a man.
His brother plays for the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
He was on the All Black squad last year as injury cover.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No, that wasn't a bad effort by their forwards.
Yeah, it was good.
How's Lee Halfpenny and Reece Patrick going over in New Zealand? Lee Halfpenny got a pre-season injury.
And he's never really recovered.
Yeah, he got half a game
And they took him off.
about 2 weeks ago, and he's not been seen since.
Johnny McNichol and Shane
Reece
Ayaki been playing.
Patchell was playing pretty decently, but he's got a
He's
pick,
got a pick
He's
injury.
got a pick injury, so he's missed the last 2 games. And the guy who's replaced him, this youngster,
Craig Miller, yeah.
is playing bloody well. So I don't know if he'll get back in if he gets fit. We'll have to wait and see.
I think Petrel's out for the season, isn't he?
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh man.
He's not back. Only 2 matches to go after tomorrow.
And Michael sent a message about RG's new kit by the Coq Sportif. Oh yeah, I meant to reply to that. Yeah, it's interesting to see the Argentinians change from Nike, who they've been with for ages.
Oh, he's
He's missed that.
Oh, it's a shocker. But I mean, the French kits look pretty nice. That's the same manufacturer, so I'm optimistic they'll do a good job. Duplessis Karifi very animated with the referee Dolman. He's a bit of a character as Karifi, actually.
I'll tell you what, honestly, if there's one guy that would know the rules, it's Duplessis Karifi.
Yeah.
He's a very, very good player. He's banging on the All Black door. He probably won't get picked, but he's banging on the door.
He's been in the squad once about 2 or 3
But
years
he got
ago,
injured, didn't he?
and he never got a game, yeah.
But he's playing well. We got that many loose forwards
Yeah.
that can play for the All Blacks. They
Loose
probably number between 12 and
forwards,
15.
Outside backs, half backs. We've got a fair few positions with a lot of depth. Lock, maybe not so much.
First 5.
Yeah, first 5's a bit of a worry in terms of experience.
All Blacks are all right.
You got a few youngsters though. Front row might be interesting.
Oh, we got plenty of front rowers.
Yeah. Photos of the kits are already out. I will have to have a Google.
I'm gonna go grab something else.
Bro, haven't you had enough? Did you not have enough dinner? Come on, sit down, sit down, sit down. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Next time you need to have something a bit more substantial for dinner. Does everyone fancy the Chiefs by 20 maybe over the Rebels? I think Chiefs are definitely favourites. Rebels' form has not been great, but they are at home. So, maybe about right.
I mean, they've been losing, but they've been playing reasonably well. But I wouldn't expect them to beat the Chiefs tonight, but you never know. I think if there's going to be an upset, I think I'd like to see the Crusaders beat the Brumbies, whether they can. We'll have to wait and see.
No, we don't want the Crusaders to beat the Brumbies. We want the Crusaders to lose and be out of it.
But they've got Fergus Burke back.
I don't care. I want the Crusaders
Go like
out.
that again.
Once they're out and can't make the finals, then I can sleep a lot easier.
So double pump is when they do it and then they do it and then they throw it. Okay.
Thoughts on Tom Christie, says James. Tom
Because
Christie
it makes the
is an absolute tackling machine.
He's
I've
very
done,
good.
I've done some stats on him before, but he doesn't have other aspects to his game that some other players have.
Well,
He's always the top tackler, but that's the only category that he's like.
he's
the
a very
best.
good loose forward, though.
Yeah,
You just got to throw it.
he's a little bit one-dimensional in terms of what he brings, I suppose.
Otherwise, because if you do it many times,
Put it this way, he wouldn't let the All Blacks down.
knows you're gonna do it, then it'll kind of be just like you're waiting. Will they actually do it?
Now, what squad Scott Robinson's going to pick, we don't know.
It's already gone down.
I mean,
After it's gone down, you won't even the other
Scott
people
Robinson
might-
has a... I think he will pick quite a few youngsters on form, but he's also got to have that experience.
France are off to Adidas. Man, I didn't see that. I thought Adidas were kind of backing off all the rugby teams, but it's a big bit of news.
What's that?
Apparently, Adidas are going to make the French kits going forward,
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
whereas a lot of teams seem to be moving. Well, Adidas seem to be. Has he missed that?
missed it.
For goodness sake. Adidas seem to be moving away from a lot of.
Do they do soccer?
Adidas does a bit of everything, I think. But yeah, like all the Super Rugby teams in New Zealand used to be Adidas, but not anymore.
Not anymore. A lot of them used to be Canterbury too, didn't they?
It's a long time ago now.
Yeah.
Do you think Super Rugby has a problem in terms of competitiveness? It is arguably better this year with the Crusaders struggling, but there are still plenty of one-sided games all over the place, Handjo. Yeah,
The Aussie teams have done a lot better.
I think... I don't know, it'd be an interesting one to look at the stats because
There's been some pretty close games too.
there have been a few.
The Aussies have done a lot better this
The
year.
Aussies
than
have
the
done a
previous
lot
year.
better. Certainly not as predictable as it was. I think last year or last season it was more like the... Okay. Garrett, it's time for you to go shower, buddy. I think it's
There you go.
last year it was the Premiership that was the most like close games. Well, I'll have to do some stats on it actually. Because I quite like close games. But people argue that just because it's close doesn't mean it's a good game. You can have some close games like at club rugby level which are absolute stinkers, but I like close games.
We don't like 100-0 games.
No, not really. We all want them to be not in the top 8, end of story. Because then we can all breathe easier if the Crusaders aren't in the top 8, basically, yeah. Jeff Wilson saying Super Rugby should be trying to buy guys like DuPont. Does he know how money works? Ryan, I don't think he understands.
Yeah, I think Jeff Wilson's gone a bit like Kerwin and Marshall. He's gone a bit, you know.
Yeah, Jeff Wilson says some stupid shit these days, if I can put it mildly. He used to be a lot more, I don't know,
Coherent.
sensible, yeah, coherent, but he's a bit all over the shop now.
He's been talking to Kerwin and Marshall too much.
Maybe.
And Joe Wheeler, you know, Joe Wheeler.
He's a bit of an idiot.
Or Taylor Johnson. you know, people who know a lot about rugby, absolutely very not good commentators. If you want good commentators, there's Kirsty Stanaway, Laura McGoldrick, Kimberly Downs. They're really good. They know a lot about the game. But these other guys that have been All Blacks and, you know, think they know it all, well, their commentary is pretty average, to be honest.
Premierships felt very close again. Yeah, I was thinking that, Jake, but I haven't been watching it enough this season, as you know. And then I think of Newcastle's been getting beaten every week, and then Gloucester copped a real hiding the other day. But I know they put up their B team, but still. Yeah, the Premiership tends to do well in terms of having a bit more parity, I think. Like the URC and Super Rugby have both got some teams that you look at them at the start of the season and you go, nah, you guys aren't doing nothing. Like Super Rugby this year is more or less the usual suspects up the top, with the Crusaders being a big exception.
With the Crusaders getting beaten a lot.
Yeah, and like the URC is more or less the usual suspects, with maybe the Sharks way underperforming. So
Stormers.
Benetton's are doing, Benetton's maybe doing a little bit better than expected, but they're kind of around about a mid-table team. So yeah.
Stormers.
Yeah, Stormers are doing all right.
They're doing all
A
right.
bit patchy at times. People suspect there's some shady business dealings at the top levels of French rugby and dropping over the Le Coq Sportif deal. Yeah, I mean, when you said that switch, my initial reaction was that's a bit surprising, and then I assumed the deal that they had signed was just through to the World Cup, which would kind of make sense. But then, yeah, weren't they wearing those jerseys at the Six Nations? Don't know. That's my biggest criticism of you. Yeah,
Going easy.
I've been a bit slack with that this year, I will admit it. Super Rugby Aotearoa and particularly AU were amazing case studies. Felt like every other game came down to the last few minutes, Cabbage Patch. You are right. Both those competitions did well in the parity terms, but there's just not enough teams to do that long term, eh? What league around the world only has like a 5-team competition? I think it would struggle. There you go. Try time. Moana Pasifika may be back in this, Gazza.
Could be.
My goodness, look at that. It's been coming for a while.
Remember they beat the Hurricanes a few years back?
Yeah, their first ever win, wasn't it?
At was it Mount Smart Stadium?
Yeah.
That was a strong team they beat too.
Yeah, that was a big upset, that one.
Yeah. It was close, eh? It was about 5 or 10 points.
Super Rugby's lower tier feels closer than the past. Yeah, even when you watch the Waratahs, who haven't beaten anybody except for the Crusaders. In patches,
And
they
been
look
brilliant.
all right. Yeah. Same with Moana Pasifika to a degree. They've been kind of bad in recent weeks, but
And the Drua?
they look all right at times. The Drua look all right at times. It's not like they look hopeless. Nobody's getting beaten 70, 60 points, right? Yeah, I don't know. Gloucester's confirmed Thomas Williams and Gareth Anscombe are going to join next season. Oh, that's good news. Night for the front rowers. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and he's actually got a kick too.
You got it, yep. 19-12.
19-12. There you go. That's game
Be an
on.
upset.
Oh. If they can get back into the game, I'll be happy with that. So far, they've done it. I remember that day as a Canes fan, even though it stung, it was amazing to see Moana come of age. Yeah, they needed that. Like a real team
And
of kind of...
I remember them beating the Brumbies too, remember that? They beat the Brumbies?
Yeah. I think also at Mount Smart, right?
Yeah, Mount Smart, near the end of the season. And it's not like they went comfortably too, like about 10 or 12 points.
Night for the front rowers. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Tutu Putosi, Mafaleo Pole. A lot of front row try scorers. Who would have money on that? Have you planned a new date to take the boys to the Blues game, Jake? I think the rest of our games are afternoon games, sadly. Sorry, evening games. Blues rugby. Tomorrow's game is 7:05. And then the home game against the Chiefs is 7:05. So I might have to wait till next season. Yeah. Either that or the NPC season. Ben says, as an Ospreys fan, I've been surprised how good we've done this season. Knockout Eurogames, hunt for the URC 8. Not sure people outside Wales understand the Welsh. Yeah, agree, Ben. Like, the Ospreys have probably been the best news story from, like, the Welsh teams thus far. Like, I think even last year, like, there were some games the Ospreys won, like pretty gritty games, but they still managed to, you know, to get some pretty decent wins. So, yeah, I kind of look at the Welsh teams at the moment like the Aussie teams were in Super Rugby several years ago when they were just off the pace, like legit off the pace. Like, even the best team, which was the Brumbies, were kind of like mediocre.
Mediocre average.
Yeah. Like, that's where the Ospreys are at the moment. They're not a bad team, but they're not a good team. They're right in the middle. So if they make the 8, you know, it'd be decent, but they'll just kind of scrape through. So I do hope, maybe I'm just a stupid optimist, but I do hope that the Welsh teams will kind of find a way to
Northampton aren't bad, are they?
to turn it around. Northampton in the Premiership are doing all right, yeah.
And of course, Leinster. See, they got beaten in South Africa, Leinster.
No, they sent their B team though, yeah. Gaz, you beauty, says Tech. He's happy to see you. Moana v Drew is almost and always a banger. That's true. If this match ends with the Hurricanes less than 20 points ahead, I'll happily accept that my assumptions about competitiveness are misplaced. Yeah, I still think the Hurricanes will run away with it, but the Hurricanes have rotated their squad and Moana has brought back many of their better players. So
Yeah, from last week, yeah.
yeah, like Moana rotated their squad crazily against, I think it was the Chiefs last week, and got absolutely hammered. But I think Tana Umaga, the coach, was just like, some of these guys haven't had a game. The season's almost over. I need to give them a game.
Yeah.
So he gave them a game and they got flogged.
Some of them played all right, eh? Some of them weren't too bad. Like Anisi. He's good.
Now, Leinster's playing Toulouse in the European Cup final, Gazza.
Ooh.
It's basically like half of the Irish team and half of the French team. So who do you think's going to win that one?
Leinster,
being-
I hope Leinster. I like Leinster.
There you go. He wants Leinster to win. Gatland has a job on his hands now. If he can sort this, he'll go down in Welsh folklore. Wasn't he already down in Welsh folklore? Is he risking a bit of his reputation by returning?
Who's that?
Gatland.
Probably yes and no. I mean, he's... Well, they had... who they had? Pivek.
Yeah, Pivek got the sack.
I think that... there's a slightly different style of game over there, in Europe.
Is it fair that Leinster get 10 world-class players' wages paid for them? I don't actually know how the contract structure works in Ireland. I know that they got central contracts. I know in New Zealand, like the All Blacks guys get a base Super Rugby salary, and then they get kind of topped up by New Zealand Rugby, which is often
that's right. Yeah.
which is often the lion's share of it if they're the top guys. Oh no, he's knocked it on. Moana holds on before half time. Alright. Oh, they're going back for a penalty though. Oh, bugger. What was half time? Who would be your first choice AB captain to replace Sam Cane? Says Andrew. Scott Barrett.
Well, it's gonna. Yeah. Well, he's got a back injury.
If he's fit.
And if he hasn't got a back injury, well, he's going to be the captain. But if his back injury is going to play up during the championship, it's got to be Artie Sevilla. You know, Foster, my wife disagrees with me. If I was Scott Robinson, I'd name my captain and my 2 vice captains right now. Providing they're not injured. They would be there, in place. Like Ian Foster, one thing I agree with him was naming the captain early, because it just...
Oh, they've stolen the line out. Get rid of it. There we go. Half time, 1912.
For the simple reason, I like to know where you're going. So I would name my captain and 2 vice captains. Now, if they have injuries, you have backup like Patrick Tuipulotu, and there's enough other experienced guys there like Cody Taylor that could take the armband if there is a series of injuries. Am I right?
I think so.
Or even somebody like Jody Barrett, he would be all right, or Bowden Barrett as a vice captain. Guys that have been there for a long time that know how to play the game. Now, Scott Barrett's a choice, but whether he's going to be playing is still in doubt. He's not playing tomorrow. He may play next week, but with backs. Back injuries in rugby are really hard to settle over a long period of time or short period of time. I don't know how bad it is, but he would be the number 1 choice for Scott Robinson. I don't know how Mark feels about it. That's just the way I feel. I would have the captain now, 2 vice captains. Bang. What would you do, Mark? Can you got an opinion on that? Or
Yeah.
are you torn between 2 camps?
I guess he's worried if he names his captain now and then the captain's injured. It's a storyline that he doesn't need to be dealing with.
But then you'd have backups, wouldn't you?
When are they naming the All Black squad?
June the 26th, I think, after the Super Final.
There you go. Gazza knows. I don't know the answer to that one. What's the rating for the referee for this game?
Oh, well, I'm like a lot of other people in New Zealand. I'm not highly regarded of our referees in New Zealand and Australia, but you know, you've got to give them 12 out of 20. The thing is, in some games, and this was one I thought would be where there is a lot of offside. And I hate to say this, but the worst 2 teams in the competition are Fiji Drua and Moana Pasifika. Now, I've talked to my rugby mates about this in the rugby fraternity of guys that used to do Auckland rugby through John Farnan, a good mate of mine. He was an Auckland Prem referee and linesman. And when I asked them something about this, they 99% agree. I mean, it's only an opinion. And as Mark keeps telling me, we need referees for the game. Who would I rate as the best referee in Australasia at the moment? Well, I'm going to give you one. It's Angus Gardner. He would be the best. Who would I have second? That's a tough one. But I like Angus Gardner. He's not perfect, but he seems to have a bit more feel for the games. I think when I watch NPC rugby and I watch the New Zealand referees, they are totally different to doing Super Rugby. Are you back with us or not?
I'll be watching.
Tom, I think he's saying the Drua for penalties and stuff considered, not worst team.
Now, when I see these New Zealand referees that are doing Super Rugby and they do NPC Rugby, which is our next grade down, they are really good. But when they get to this mentality of Super Rugby, which we know is just below Test Rugby, they seem to have this headmaster mentality of trying to lead, talk and boss the players around. Now, I've seen so many games this year where players have questioned the referee, and some of these guys have played over 100 games, right, NPC and Super. And very rarely does the referee explain the laws to the player or the captain that's asking them. Dolman's actually done this tonight a couple of times, which is in favour of what I'm normally saying. But sometimes you get guys like Nick Berry or Dolman or, Williams, maybe, even O'Keefe. They just have this headmaster approach to the games, and I think a lot of the players secretly resent that without more explanation. But if I watch these games in the NPC, the next one down, I would be giving them 14, 15 out of 20, but most of these guys only get 12. If they have a terrible one, they get 10 or 11.
You opened a can of worms asking this guy about referees, just FYI.
I'm not alone. But, yeah. But Dolman's doing all right tonight. At least he did explain to the Hurricanes that they were giving away too many penalties, which is good to see.
Angus Gardner is dreadful, says Jake Clough.
He's what?
Dreadful.
Dreadful. I said
He says he likes the Georgian referee. That's Amasha Kelly.
Oh, Nick.
Oh, yeah, Nico Amasha Kelly.
Yeah,
I
he's
remember
alright.
he's usually pretty good. I seem to remember he refereed us once and he had a real possum in the headlights moment where he mucked something up. But, yeah. She's going to beat the KFC guy. She's going to win some chicken.
Look at her.
Oh, my God. She beat the KFC colonel. She won some chicken. Good on her. She won some chicken. I kind of missed you guys playing a Super Rugby, JR. Me as well, man. I missed the rivalries of seeing the guys go to South Africa and whatnot and getting up at
Yeah, we
stupid
missed them.
o'clock to watch them. That was
It's actually damaged our rugby.
yeah. Will I be streaming the Champions Cup final, Ben? It starts at 1:45 in the morning here, so I am... When I say 1:45, I mean... Yeah, did I say in the morning? AM. So I'm still torn on how I'm going to watch that one. Jason says, fascinating insights, Gazza. You're getting into the mind of Gazza, folks. It's a deep, dark place. Very good point, Gazza. IRB ref training influences the top refs. Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's nice to hear sometimes the refs tell you what's going on, instead of just being a bit short and sharp. But I guess then they also want to get the game moving, so it's a bit of 6-1.
Yeah, and I think one of the main reasons why the referees act, particularly in the last 4 or 5 years, the way they are on the field, because as Mark pointed out, sometimes some players talk too much to the referees and they might have just been told to take a stronger point of view.
Maybe, yeah. It's a thankless task. What can I say? Tama asks, who's going to be the number 10 for New Zealand this year? I mean, obviously D-Mac's got the front running.
McKenzie and Barrett.
Yeah. I would say D-Mac's got the front running, but wouldn't surprise me to see Razor pick something a bit left field.
Now, they tried to get Richie Moanga and talking about Shannon Frizzell,
Oh, yeah.
but I think that may be next year at the earliest.
Yeah.
So we forget those guys now. We've got to do what we've got now.
Yeah, that's right.
So it'll either be, I'll tell you one guy's playing really well, and I've never been a fan of his, but he's been playing outstanding. A guy named Harry Plummer. I mean, he's been playing brilliant.
Surely he's not in the All Blacks conversation
Well, he might be if there's,
injuries, maybe.
You've got Brett Cameron, you've got Stephen Perfetta, you've got Damien McKenzie and Bowden Barrett back, so he probably won't be, but he could do a Stephen Donnell and come in if they have a whole lot of injuries. So, as you say, we never say never.
That's right. South African fans, says Tron, love the referee in the URC, not. I think there's a little bit of a difference, between some of the refereeing styles from North and South. So I think the South African
I like the
teams
Georgian guy.
have been exposed to a bit of that. Yeah, Misha Kelly. She's got some gas, says Jason, from the girl who won the chicken. Yeah, man, she ran really quick. I agree, Gaz. If you are the better team at the game of rugby union, you'll win when Angus Gardner is the referee. I suppose that is what you want, eh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't hate these guys. Like Mark said, they've got a thankless job to do. But with referees in New Zealand and Australia at the moment, there's about 3 schools of thought. There's a guy like me I'm really tough on them. A guy like him he's probably a lot fairer than me with the refs. They've got a thankless task, so they have to do it. And then you've got the guys who just absolutely love the referee.
Luke Pearce is fair and consistent and also multi.
Yeah, I don't mind Luke Pearce. He's not bad.
Makes him technically the most level-headed French-speaking referees as Cabbage Patch. You know, the only thing I don't like about Luke Pearce is he doesn't make a good assistant ref. Like when he, so they often do one game as the ref and then the next game they'll be on the touchline.
Yeah.
Like when he's on the touchline, he just needs to zip it. He's a bit too...
Interference?
Yeah, he needs to kind of know that he's the assistant ref, not the ref when he's the assistant ref, if you know what I mean. So, but yeah, I don't mind Luke Pearce. I think he's a pretty decent communicator.
Nick Berry, who I think's not a bad ref, he does a bit that on the sideline. Mike and I talk about this a lot. Like, you'll have the referee on the field, and then you'll have... Sometimes I think the assistant refs just get a little bit too involved near the spectrum of play that's actually happening. They should really stay out of it until there's actually something that they need to be involved in. One of my mates who was an Auckland club referee made a very good point to me the other day. He said there is a hierarchy in New Zealand and Australian refs. And that's where I think a lot of the spectrum of what we're talking about comes from.
That's true. Sometimes you might get a guy who's the more senior ref who's
Yeah.
actually running the
Yeah.
touchline.
Yes.
So he still feels like he's the boss man when he's
Exactly right.
when he's on the sideline.
You hit the nail right on the head. Like when you get somebody like Andrew Maybe, who's maybe quite new with Ben Nick O'Keefe, who's done a lot more games.
Yeah. I'm a huge Carl Dixon fan, am I, Jake? Carl Dixon's he's a bit left field for me. I find some of his calls a bit, generally, when you see a certain kind of, let's say it's a high tackle. You see a high tackle, and if you've been watching rugby the whole season, you'll be like, refs are going to give that red. And then you'll see Carl Dixon, and he'll just be like, nah, play on. He's the exception, which I find him a little bit kind of harder to predict at times.
Yeah, I think that's fair comment. I've seen Carl Dixon a few times.
People tell me to become a ref since I've played 16 years and mostly know all the rules and how to play.
Nah.
Which, if my injuries continue, will force me to miss a game or seasons. You might do it. Definitely, man. Definitely consider it. If you're only 23, there's there's certainly a contribution you can make to the game for sure. But just be ready to get some shit because people will give you a lot of shit.
Another guy who used to do a lot of repping, I've watched a lot of these super refs, they would used to do club level, like college rifles. Guys like Paul Williams, Andrew Maybe, Ben O'Keefe, Pickerel when he was round, Brendan Pickerel, all those guys. I've seen them at club rugby. And at club rugby, they're very strict with the players, which I understand because they haven't got the discipline of some of these other guys. But seeing them in NPC, they're really good. Come to this seniority hierarchy, which Mark's talking about. You might have a guy done 25 games and one guy done 75 games. And I think they have to sort of involve that guy a bit more in the game. I think that's fair comment.
Yeah. Let me have a look at the stats of this game, actually. And I was going to ask you a piece of trivia. Here we go. Here's some trivia for you.
Oh, okay.
Auckland won the Ranfurly Shield from Canterbury in 1985.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Down there.
The final score was Auckland 28, Canterbury 23.
Yep, that's right.
Who were some of the try scorers? Give me two of the try scorers.
Oh, John Kerwin.
John Kerwin was one of the try scorers.
Albert Anderson.
Doesn't say Albert Anderson.
He's a lock. John Kerwin got one. I'm trying to think of back in that team. John Kerwin got one. I remember that. Is this for either's team?
Just the Auckland guys.
Just the Auckland guys.
Who else was in that team?
Gee, I don't know. I don't remember Kerwin getting one in that game.
I'll give you a clue. Another winger.
Terry Wright.
Terry Wright. There
Oh,
you
was
go.
it? Did he get a try, did he?
Apparently. Joe Stanley, John Drake, and Steve McDowell. There you go.
Really?
Okay.
1985, folks. What were you doing in 1985? I was probably having my nappy changed. Or was I still in nappies in 1985? I would have been not long for them.
You were only 2.
I was 2, so I was
So you were probably just about out of nappies.
just about out of
You
nappies.
would
I was
be.
almost toilet trained, folks.
You were, you were actually. You
Well,
were
I
both.
was toilet trained while watching the Ranfurly Shield.
Yep.
I'll tell you something about that guy. There was an All Black lock playing for Canterbury. His name was Albert Anderson. Canterbury were on attack when Auckland were leading 28-23. He was going for the try line and he dropped the ball.
Oh, goodness me. Terrible. Some halftime stats for you. Clean breaks 4-2 to the Canes. Defenders beaten 11-7 to the Moana Pasifika guys.
Yes, it is.
Penalties considered as 5 apiece,
Been
so
entertaining Alice.
it's kind of relatively
I've
even.
been watching her practice her ballet.
Dermody wasn't even
They're going to
born
be
and your
there.
parents had barely met in 1985. Well, you're a slacker, aren't you? You're just lazy. Come on, mate. Fancy not even being born in 1985.
Oh, goodness.
Slack. Slack. Hello guys, are union refs full-time officials or part-time? The top guys are full-time,
Yeah,
but
top guys.
a lot of them still have, like, I mean, I know Wayne Barnes was a lawyer. Isn't Ben O'Keefe like an optometrist or
Yeah,
something?
that's correct. Yep.
Yeah, so, but I mean,
He's full time now.
yeah. Terry Wright was my favourite rugby player when I was a lad in the 80s. I also liked Terry Wright because he was so small. He was so skinny.
So different to the
You looked at
wingers
him and
today.
went, man, like if he can be a rugby player, anyone
He
can
was
be a rugby
skinny.
player. He was tiny. You look at the 100-kilo guys that are on the wings now and think, jeepers. But I
Totally
mean,
different.
kind of a bit like Will Jordan. Like Will Jordan's not bulky, is
Not
he?
huge.
He's back in August.
Yeah. Junaid wasn't even conceived. You're another lazy one. Fancy not even being conceived in 1985, man. I was already out of nappies. Come on.
You were.
Slack.
No, he might have been still in there.
If you want to feel old, I
No,
wasn't
definitely
born
out of
until 1997. Goodness me. 1997, I was almost finished, well, I was finished middle school. Intermediate. Second half's underway, by the way. I was in probably bloody high school. Did you film any travel blogs on your holiday? I did, MM. I put out a video last week. If you haven't checked out 2 Cents on Tour, check it out. My mum says that channel is...
I think it's lovely.
She thinks it's lovely.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
She
You
enjoys
learn
it.
something.
She will probably enjoys it more than the rugby stuff.
Oh, no. But you learn something, and the people are so helpful over there.
That's right.
Friendly.
They're friendly, yeah.
Well, I've got a friendly face.
Well, you do.
So people just mirror my interactions with them. That's how it goes.
And I think
I'm a-
most of them are so surprised that you can speak Chinese so well.
I suppose so. I almost, you know, you probably noticed in the videos that every time I speak Chinese to someone, often their first reaction is like, geez,
Yeah.
your Chinese is good.
Yes.
Like,
Where you from?
while I was over there last trip, when I got my phone fixed, the guy didn't say it to me.
Oh, okay.
And I almost took it like, what are you trying to say? My Chinese is crap because you're not giving me a compliment? But I was thinking, that's the experience of every foreigner that comes to New Zealand and has to have English as a second language.
Yes.
Nobody's saying your English is good. We just expect you to speak it. But anyway,
Yep.
he didn't compliment me on my Chinese. But he still talked to me and fixed my phone. Hey, and Janae's put the link down there. If you want to check that out after this game. My latest video, I bumped into a guard who spoke English, which was random.
Pretty good English too.
For a guy who's probably never left the small city that he was, you know, working in.
And he said he hasn't spoken it for quite some time.
Yeah, exactly. Hadn't spoken it for years.
He was a cool dude, wasn't he?
Very cool.
I
Ben
think
O'Keefe's-
the Hurricanes need to bring in some of their big guns, mate. They need to bring on Riaski and Numia and the other boy, the big Pacific boy. They need to bring them on because they're getting a bit of a hiding here.
First time this time. Have you got any plans to come over to Twickenham to watch ABs versus England, Andrew? I think once my children are slightly older, then I can probably think about it.
He's going to the World Cup in 2027.
Hopefully, if I can get some tickets for it.
I reckon Tana Imangi and Tom Coventry, they're not bad. Stephen Jones, they're not bad coaches, you know. I think Moana Pasifika are probably better than last year under these guys.
Oh, I think so. Although the last few weeks have been kind of average, I do feel like there is a slight step forward this year.
Yeah.
What's up with the ref? What's up with the ref, Party Bus? I don't know. Gazza gave him a 12.
That's average.
12 at halftime. Talk about Moana coming out hot. Let's see. See how they go. Last 4 games. Okay.
Oh, Moana scored.
Yeah, they scored a couple of tries, mate.
Really? Oh, they must have missed a conversion.
My missus is from China. Yes, I used to work over there. That's where I met her.
Teacher.
Yeah. I was actually planning to go back there way back when, but then COVID happened,
Prior to COVID.
so I didn't go back. Why are all our players that have returned from Japan gone skinny? I don't know, Uncle. I think they're big on the fitness over there. Like I've seen a few podcasts with guys who've been over in Japan, and they say that like the fitness routines over there are pretty nuts. A lot of fitness work. Oh, and Jake just said because fitness in Japan is brutal. All the top players say it. You and me, mate, must have been listening to the same stuff.
Yeah, and
Jimmy just said, yeah, the same thing about the training being relentless.
the one thing about Japan is they don't do much touring except in the World Cup years. They do a Pacific tournament here with Samoa and Tonga and Fiji. That's about it. They need to do more touring. If they're going to get up to the standard of these guys, they need to do more touring.
Yeah.
And they need to do it not just 3 months or 4 months of the year. They need to do it like 9 or 10 months.
Where's Japan been away? They played in Ireland once, I think.
They played in Europe a couple of
They
times.
played the Lions in the Lions tour. Yeah, I remember that. Where else have they played?
Now, people are complaining they don't tour enough, and I'm rather
I know
sorry.
Gazza's complaining about that. He's saying Japan hosts a lot of games. They host the All Blacks and they host the French, but they need to get out and about more.
They need a tour more.
Is Brad Shields back playing for the Canes? Yes,
Yes,
mate,
he
he
is.
is. Yeah, he's captain of the Canes, believe it or not. You swear you saw him with Rayasi a couple of days ago in the Wellington CBD. Man, you get about, Junaid, but yes, you're probably right. That would have been him.
Is he in line to play for the All Blacks? Probably not.
I can't see it personally, but Razor is Razor for a reason. He does the unexpected.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of good players in the All Black squad. A lot of good players.
What's the story with the Rebels? Will they survive?
I think they might. I think they will survive for at least next year. They reckon that their consortium is going to buy them for 30 million,
Right.
30 million.
The Lions tour is
Lions tour, yeah,
Not
that's
that
going to
far away,
be some
so-
tour.
yeah. That'll be a big cash injection.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy's all in favour of getting Japan and Fiji into the Rugby Championship.
Yes. Yes.
The travel is always the one factor that holds everything back, eh? It's just the travel. Like the Six Nations, one of the best things about it is the travel is short in comparison. Like, what's the longest flight in the Six Nations?
Be Japan.
No, the Six Nations.
France.
France? Maybe Italy to Scotland
Yeah,
or
Italy.
Italy to Dublin? I don't know. The longest flight's not very long. Like New Zealand to Australia
3 hours.
is 3 hours. And that's a short flight compared
Not
to
the
going,
Perth. Not the Perth.
Yeah, to going to South Africa.
Perth's about 7 hours.
Exactly. Say what you want about the Sunwolves, but they were a key part of Jamie Joseph's 2019 World Cup prep where they made the top 8. 2019 in the last year the Sunwolves, didn't they just play all the foreign guys and they kept all the World Cup guys?
I don't know. I
don't
think they
remember.
might have had some foreign guys in there.
Italy to Ireland, yeah. How long was that flight? It's
I don't
problem
know.
is
What's Italy to Ireland?
the consortium owes the Australian tax office $8 million, and they've made no indication they'll pay it back. Well, that's not good. The tax man likes his money. How long is the flight to Argentina, South Africa compared to Japan? Probably
11 hours from here.
Ireland to Italy will be about 2 hours, 3 hours ish. Yeah. See, if that's the longest flight in the Six Nations, whereas that's one of the short ones in the Rugby Championship. It just shows you one of the struggles we face down here.
You're in the middle of nowhere.
We're in the middle of nowhere, yeah, basically.
Quite like it down here.
You quite like it away from everyone
Particularly
else?
The way the world's
When you see the
going
world, all the crazy news,
mad.
and you see some news story that's like, in the event of a nuclear holocaust, the safest place to be is New Zealand and somewhere else. Maybe like Alaska or something, I can't remember.
Well, you look see what's going on in Europe. The world's mad. In America.
Maybe you're just getting old.
Oh, probably, yes. You're probably right.
That's what happens.
Yep.
All these young people.
Well, they're not all the young people, though. It's the.
Suppose so. Is this a good game, SBW? It's still not bad, eh? I mean, there's been a few too many errors, but like for the conditions, but it's not too bad. It's been entertaining. It looked like the Hurricanes were just going to flog them when they went out to a 19-0 lead after like 20 minutes, but no, 2 tries to Moana Pasifika. They've also left a couple of points out there from the boot.
A lot of drop ball.
There is.
Will the Springboks join the Six Nations? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Then you will lose your short distance travel advantage in the Six Nations. You'll be having a lot longer flight, although not the time zones.
Go.
Go! Boot
Run.
it! Kick and chase. There we go.
Go.
Oh, just too big. But he's got him into touch. Not a
Good
bad
job.
play.
Good job.
Not a bad play.
You can't do that in EC.
I think Auckland to Tokyo is
bit
shorter
unlucky.
than South Africa or Argentina. I
Always penalised
guess
the
that's probably true.
Hurricanes.
Yeah, he shouldn't have. Yeah, watch this. I think the ref might have made a mistake here because he rolled over with the ball and Anisi tried to get it off him, and then he's penalised in C because he wouldn't get the ball back,
Well, fair enough.
which is marginal.
Well, he's not supposed to do that, is he?
Well, this is the refs. This is what I'm talking about.
When you guys had that terrible terrorist attack in New Zealand, took away that safety field. That's true. We do get shootings every now and again.
But
They'll
that,
be on the news, shooting here, shooting there. Not
that
quite.
guy was an Aussie. He came over here
That's true.
to do his dirty work.
Who's that?
That terrorist down in
Brandon Tarrant.
Christchurch.
Yes.
They should have shot him.
Bloody well should have.
Would have saved us a lot of. Here's a try.
That's right. Ooh.
Go,
Come on,
man.
Moana.
Go.
Go, man. Quick ball, quick
Go
ball.
on, Here's a try. Here's a try.
Come on.
Go, Moana.
They got advantage. Changes direction.
Go.
Get it to the bus, man.
Go, Moana. Go, Moana.
Is that a try?
No, not
Nice
yet.
short.
It looked as though he should have been over.
Hey!
Hey!
Good
Good
job.
stuff.
Good job.
Oh, this has got really interesting.
It is.
That's good.
The Hurricanes are coming unplugged a bit. Oh, that
Joseph was
was a
the
good try.
coach of the Sunwolves A. They had the freedom to arrange matches and select. That's right. Yeah, I remember he did. He basically used the Sunwolves to kind of prep the international team. And wasn't the Sunwolves main team? That was all the kind of non-Japanese guys. Who are the Chiefs playing this week? The Chiefs are playing the
Rebels.
Rebels after this. Next game. Auckland, Tokyo is a direct flight to. I'm not sure if you can fly direct from New Zealand to either.
How
South
long
Africa or
will it take
Argentina.
you? How long? Be at least 8-10 hours, I reckon.
Something like that.
Yeah. So if Japan and Fiji join this competition, Fiji's are like about 3-4 hour flight like Australia. Japan's going to be at least, I'd say, 10 hours. So instead of these guys leaving on a Thursday, they'll be leaving on a Tuesday or Wednesday.
Come on, get the conversion. Oh,
he's
my
flunked
God.
It is terrible.
That was genuinely awful. Even if there was a set of posts next to the post he was aiming at, he would have missed them as well.
Even Dearest Dawn can do better than that.
Maybe.
I don't know, but
World
We're
League's
praising
coming,
you
so
now.
South Africa won't join the Six Nations. Yeah, that World League competition's going to get started in not too long. Early prediction, says Junaid, for the Box versus Irish in June from the
I
Two
think the
Cents
Springboks.
family. Gazza.
I think the Springboks slightly because it's on their home ground.
Okay, so it's a 2-match series, Dawn. Ireland is going to go down and tour South Africa. 2 matches.
oh no, the Hurricanes have just scored.
Oh no, what? I get up to
Charge
get
down.
a beer.
Bacillo
It was
What?
charged down.
charged
What?
down by Avili.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Oh no, Lakai.
What the hell?
Watch this.
You watch.
Oh
He's
no.
not having a good game, that guy.
Was it Havili?
I think so.
Bloody hell.
Yep.
Bring on Liliafano, man. Oh, that's awful.
Yep.
That's what Avili did last week with the Crusaders against the Reds.
Mark, I've seen way too much overconfidence among Kiwis about these summer tests. What are my thoughts? I don't think we should be overconfident by any means. I know we're not often beaten on home soil, but we have a new coach and
A new
we're
team.
going to have a new captain, and we're going to be without the likes of Sam Whitelock,
Brody
Retallick. So
Aaron Smith.
yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty, I guess, or like unproven
Dimensions.
dimensions, aspects to this All Black squad. So I think it could be tougher than people think. I mean, I'd love us to just hit the ground running, but I think it'll be tough. Irish have, what is that? Beat South Africa 8 out of the last 11. That must go back a long way, though.
Ian Henderson's not going over there, is he? He's injured.
No, I think so, yeah.
They're not having a great lot of luck with these restarts, are they?
What's her name? Duplessis Karifi's off.
Predictions
He
for
played
the
all right.
other July internationals. Who else is playing? The Aussies are playing Wales. I think the Aussies. We're playing England, I think us still, but like I said, not.
Fiji,
Who's
San
Fiji?
Diego.
Oh, yeah. Who else is playing?
Well, we've got the Rugby Championship. We've got 2 games in South Africa. We've got a home and away with Argentina and Australia. And then we've got the Northern Tour.
Yeah, my thing about why isn't Liliafano on, mate? That was my thoughts exactly. Right, let me have a look.
Have we got a game in Japan? I don't think so.
If we can get some money out of it, I'm sure New Zealand Rugby would be organising it. July tests. Oh, not this one. Mid-year internationals. Oh, Argentina, France is the other one. Argentina, France. France have got a thing about taking a kind of B-side
Yeah.
in the mid-year game. So
Yeah, they have. They have a mixture, don't they?
yeah. And for Argentina got a new coach. That could be quite an interesting series too.
Is Fabian still coaching them?
Fabien Galtier, yeah, he's
Yeah.
still in charge of the French. But what's his name? Felipe Contepome is in charge of the Pumas.
Go.
That was back.
Oh, okay.
This is one of the worst games I've seen the Hurricanes play, to be honest.
Frizzell is playing in Japan at the moment,
Have they
mate.
got their top team in, or have they?
Nah, they've rotated.
Oh,
They
okay.
rotated. They brought a couple of their top guys on.
Yeah, so like no Geordie Barrett.
Yes, I didn't think that's one there. Yeah,
But I mean, it's still a pretty strong, team.
Yeah, I mean they've been rotating their squad all year, and it's not
Yes.
really done any harm.
Yes.
All the guys have stepped up. So
Except tonight.
Randy, you're actually watching a Moana game now? They almost evened it up before. Oh no,
look
Lakai
out.
again. Lakai's been having a bloody good year. Ooh.
Oh,
Well
good
done.
job.
Let's go. Australia's team will be, the new coach will be better, says Uncle. I hope so.
Yeah, they'll be good.
Schmidt's a good coach.
Oh, Smith, yeah, he's a good coach. Go.
Ooh, here we go.
Go.
Pass it.
Go, Julian! Oh, the bus. The bus isn't the bus that it used to be.
No.
He's still not bad, though, is he?
He's alright. But he used to be amazing. That's the thing. He used to be genuinely
Yes,
amazing. And
yes.
now he's just like, he's alright.
Just okay.
He wouldn't be for the All Blacks or anybody.
No way. Lakai's got to be in the conversation. Though. We've got a lot of good Lucy's, but man, he's having a bloody good year, isn't he? He's having a
This
very,
guy's
very
gonna
good
go
year.
close.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Scotland are touring the Americas, Canada, USA, Uruguay,
they'll
and
be right,
Chile.
they'll win.
Good bit of contribution there, Jake. Thank you, mate. Scotland also will, the last time they went to the Americas, sent a pretty experimental side up. They lost to, was it America or Canada? I think it must have been America. Like a few years ago.
They won one test and lost one, didn't
When they sent a rural B team over to the
Hurricanes
States.
number 12.
they? Eh?
Who's the Hurricanes number?
Peter Munga Jensen used to be with the All Blacks.
Right.
Your mate Tony's here. Tony from Distracted Sports.
G'day, Tony!
He says, "Track me dead. This is closer than I thought it would be." I think it's closer than we all thought it would be. First ever loss to the USA. There you go, Jake. Man, you're a fountain of knowledge.
I saw that game.
Did you?
Yeah.
No more bus in Wellington. We got cycle lanes.
Julianne Genta.
Very good, very good.
That's the same as what we got up here, mate.
Cycle lanes that hardly ever get used unless they're out west.
That's right.
Cam Roygaard is surely the next big project. No, well, once he gets back fit, hey. Sad
Got
that
lots of
he's
good
injured.
halfbacks, guys. He'll be back, but we've got lots of good halfbacks.
"12 phases, and they got advantage."
How did you reckon Karifi went tonight?
Yeah, I mean, if you were asking me to pick for the future All Black squad between Lakai and Karifi right now, I'd probably go with Lakai.
Oh, Lucky,
but
yeah.
just because, I mean, how old is Karifi?
Oh, he's been around a while.
It feels like it, but he's probably only like 20.
I think he's about 26, 28.
Let me see. Duplessis Karifi, 27.
27.
Peter Lakai, how old?
21.
Born in 2003. Bloody hell. So, yeah. In terms of future prospect, I mean, he's got the age advantage, doesn't he? Gazza going wild here on the peninsula, says Tony.
How are you, Tony? You alright?
He's going good, I think. Our best halfback is in a Champions Cup final now. Next week, that's Jamison Gibson Park. Yeah, he's been going bloody good over in Ireland.
No,
mate.
he's good, alright.
He's got that one. 29-17.
Yeah.
Will McKenzie get more game time under Razor?
Well, he'll get his share.
I get the feeling Razor's not going to do all the things that we kind of expect them to do. You know, everyone looks at the current crop of 10s and goes, well, he's going to pick D-Mac. But Razor's he's a tricky devil, isn't he? Who knows?
He'll pick quite a few young guys.
Do you think Australia will beat the Lions? I think it's going to be a strong Lions outfit. And,
Yeah. So do I.
Schmidt's got a very, very, very tough job ahead of him. But
He'll be alright.
I do think people are writing the Aussies off totally, which I think
wouldn't
is
do that.
a bit of a mistake.
I think that I think Schmidt will have them firing. Maybe more next year than this year. You think they'll beat Wales?
I think so.
Yep.
Tony says, I'm well, mate. I hope you are well too. I hear you're a big fan of the podcast. I wouldn't say a big fan.
I watched some of them.
There you go. That's what you call not a big fan, but decent.
Casual.
Casual fan.
Yeah, I do look at the podcast, and you're an interesting character, Tony. You like a bit of baiting people, playing to the gallery, which, with my warped sense of humour, probably fits in well with me at times. Left field. And as Dawn will verify this, I like a bit of that sort of stuff, don't I, Dawn?
You do.
Charged out. Oh,
Oh, look out!
they're going to get driven over their own line, the Canes. What's happened there?
What happened there?
Canes turn to be charged down.
What a cramp.
Yeah.
I think
He's
got
just
flanked.
he's probably had about 300 kilos on top of him just then.
Oh, he's looking.
Dan reckons Wales are beating the Aussies.
He's checking to see if
Everyone's underestimating the Aussies because of the way they went at the World Cup, but that was the
That's a long time ago.
that was Eddie not picking a lot of the top guys. That was Eddie with his own little.
that was just ridiculous.
They've
wasn't
got new coaches. Aussie Rugby's played well against New Zealand this year, their teams. And I think Joe Schmidt's going to be one of the best things that ever happened to them.
Hope so.
The only thing that worries me is he's only there for 18 months, 2
Yeah,
years.
that's right. There's a lot of politics that seem to go on in Aussie rugby as well. Like a lot of a lot more of the kind of regional politics that we don't really get here anymore.
Yeah.
Like they seem to be more or less on one page here, whereas the Aussies seem to still be a bit.
To be fair to Australia Rugby, the best thing they did was get rid of Eddie Jones and Hamish McLennan. What do you think about them bringing back that guy Sawuli from League? Joseph Sawuli.
Yeah.
For $1 million or
That
£1
seems
million
like a bit-
or something.
Seems like a bit of an ebb one. Anyway. One apiece, I think, Dan, would be fair. Wales and Australia. I think that'd be a good series. Tony says, your son, speaking about me, plays to the more respectable folks. I play to the oddballs in the peanut gallery. There you go.
I love you, Tony. I got to meet you one day, shake hands and have a good conversation with you. I hope Mark can arrange it sometime.
There we go. Well, he's off work at the moment, so he's got lots of time on his hands.
What's the matter with him?
He's changing jobs.
Oh, you got a better job. Congratulations.
Well, I didn't say better job. I said he's changing jobs.
More money?
It could be a worse job.
More money. Oh, so you given his resignation in his?
I believe so.
Oh, good.
Daramundi says, I want to see the Wallabies get up, plus Wales haven't been that good since the World Cup. Yeah, Wales have not been good in the Six Nations, have they? Tony says, sounds good, Gazza. There you go. I have to set something up. You guys have both got plenty of time on your hands.
Yep.
You guys can just go out for a coffee. You don't need me. That'd be a chat for the ages. Wallabies going to bounce back now that the big-headed Eddie is gone, says Graham. You might be right, mate.
Yeah, I think it'd be one of the best things. One of the worst things was they brought him back. I think Eddie seems to go quite well with Japan rugby. I don't know how he's going to go now, but yeah.
Well, I've mentioned it before, and I'm not sure. Oh, who's calling you? That'd be my brother.
Calls me as your brother.
What does my brother want? Doesn't he know the rugby's on? But they reckon Eddie gets a bit more buy-in from the Japanese players because they're more used to doing what they're told. Whereas you kind of saw it with the Wallabies. He got rid of some of the senior guys, didn't he?
Which was a big mistake.
But maybe they were questioning him. Don't know.
I mean, you know, getting rid of Michael Hooper and all those guys, you know, that was... You take experience to the World Cup. You don't take a bunch of inexperienced players. Eddie Jones has been around forever. He should know better.
Yeah.
You know.
Reece Zammit leaving was huge for Wales. Yeah. Certainly, they missed having his kind of X factor on the wing. Lewis Reece Zammit when he went to the NFL.
Oh yeah.
He's been a bit.
Tony says the big signing from League is getting Joey Manu. I don't know who that is. When he gets out of Japan,
Joey
he
Manu,
could be
he plays
bigger than
centre for the
SPW.
Roosters, yeah.
Okay. I believe you because I got no idea. Come on, Moana. They got heaps of pressure on. Was he out? He's out.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Zammit. Yeah, I know.
I watch a little league.
He's out.
All I know is the Warriors got a pile of injuries at the moment.
He's a crazy talent. I don't follow any of the leagues. So I don't
follow
know.
the league.
Gazza knows. I don't know.
I mean, the Warriors are playing the Panthers this week, but I don't think they're going to win. Pile of injuries. No Sean Johnson. Nah.
Panthers are pretty good, aren't they? Who are the favourites for Toulouse versus Leinster? Actually, that's a good question. I haven't even seen what the odds are. What have the bookies got? Ratima, McKenzie, Tupaya, ALB, Nana Saturo, Stevenson, Narawa. That is the Chiefs' backline and it is fire. You're not wrong, mate. Absolute fire. Am I going to watch the Chiefs game? Probably. I will save a stream maybe for tomorrow. Maybe we can do a Saturday stream with what games are on tomorrow. The Blues are playing tomorrow. Reds are playing in the afternoon. Brumbies Crusaders is the late afternoon. Blues Highlanders or Force Waratahs. Maybe one of those ones. Maybe I should go do a stream with Tony. He's not doing anything. Maybe he is. He's got a child to look after. But, yeah. I didn't even get to see who the odds were favouring for the TAB.
Another charge down.
Yeah. Dude, can we record on Sunday? Lid's birthday is on Monday. That should be fine. Tony and Gaz meeting on a stream would be gold. That's true. DuPont versus James at Gibson Park, mate. It's going to be a heck of a battle. Potentially the two best halfbacks in the world at the moment, eh? I don't watch much league, but State of Origin is an amazing series, says Cabbage Patch. Yeah, that's just the best of the best, isn't it?
She got a bit late.
It's only 8:30, so she's not usually in bed yet. A Tony Gazza stream. One of these days we'll have to sort that out. It might be too much. Tony's putting his girlfriend's birthday all over the rugby. It's shocking, I know. We're pretty flexible though. Sometimes we record on a Monday, sometimes we record on a Sunday. I'm trying to find the rugby odds for the Champions Cup. Super Rugby Pacific Forwards Galley Premiership Top 14 URC.
Oh, Moana scored again.
I don't have
Yep.
it.
Okay.
No, Hurricanes. Got a try, converted try and a penalty.
Tony's got tickets to Game 1 of State of Origin. When is Game 1 of State of Origin, Gazza?
June.
Oh, June. Still a wee way to go then. Couple of weeks.
Who's going to win? Well, I don't know. I'll have to see the teams first.
Where's Game 1 being played? Sydney?
I'm not sure.
Will there be any Pacific teams in the Rugby Championship if South Africa go to the Six Nations in the future?
Hey, Dada, has it been half time yet?
Yeah, it's already 69 minutes.
Oh.
We'll have to
Oh,
cross
yeah,
that bridge when we come to it. Saw the NRL talking about a second New Zealand team. They've already got 17 teams. Surely they can't have any more.
Maybe
Bro.
maybe 2026.
Have you seen some of those other sports? How many teams are in the NHL? I know that's America, which is a lot bigger country, but man, it's like 30, 32. You can have
How
more
many?
teams. I think 32.
32.
You can have more teams. You can always have more teams.
32.
I'm pretty sure.
Does Canada have any NHL teams?
Yeah, of course. Canada's like,
Yep.
that's their national game. The Maple Leafs, the Canadians, the Canucks, all those teams are Canadian. Oh, Tony wants to know, Garrett, how's your golf coming along?
Well, I've gotten a couple of them at that mini golf play.
He's played a bit of mini golf,
Yeah,
but he wants to play actual golf, so you'll have to take him out for a round. Hey. Yeah. He's
He
keen.
says, yeah.
Is it true that New Zealand don't have cold winters like up here? It depends where you go. It's never snowed where I live up here in Auckland, but in the
But
places
they
down...
slowed up here once.
Okay. Down south it snows a fair bit. It gets pretty cold down south. The AFL has 19, and that's Australia only, says Josh. Yeah, it's insane. let's head to the driving range with the old man. I've never played a game of golf or been to a driving range in my life, but we'll see.
I've had a few rounds of golf.
Have you?
Yeah, with Jerry.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you go? Not good.
Terrible.
There you
Horrible.
go.
You got the people. You follow. If you have people behind you and you're not very good, you're under pressure
Oh, yeah.
when you play.
Yeah. Come on, Moana, man. This game's gotten a bit scrappy in the last 10 minutes.
Okay, buddy. Well, we'll hopefully we'll see you on Sunday. Okay. You guys take care.
Brother's got drama.
You can whisper all you like, but they heard you. So is my nephew sick, is he?
Sorry, did you hear all that?
That's all right.
Sorry, no. I should have gone up that way.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no.
No one was listening. We were still talking rubbish the whole
That's
time.
okay. Zach's not very well.
Okay.
He's had a temperature for the last couple of days.
Did you go to daycare?
Check out Tony's channel. He did a video about why your rugby team sucks. It's pretty funny.
Is he got? Are they coming or not?
Well, we'll see how he is.
But sometimes they get over that thing quick.
If the Rebels go, will
They
Super
tend to
Rugby
not.
add another team? There is talk
What's he gonna-
about the
It's got some
HUR,
antibiotics,
maybe.
But they don't know whether it's a virus or not. So,
When did he have that? Wednesday.
2 days.
Yeah, try. Well, no.
Come on, Moana need a quick try to get the game interesting for the last 5 minutes. Check out Heath, yeah. Tony
So
put a
they
lot of
might be
effort
coming.
into that one.
No, he said he'll let me know.
That's all right. Tell him that's okay.
Will still come.
Good.
Well, they didn't tell us earlier that he was sick.
Well,
Pam
Right.
never said anything today.
no.
Did you see them today?
No.
No, but I texted him.
Oh, okay.
Sent messages.
Come on, Miner. Quit mucking around and get on with it. Just charge for the line.
Yeah, we need to go. Come on, get a try and make
God's
the last.
sake, get a try and get a bonus point. You're in the top 8. You played one of your best games tonight and go for it. Quit talking. Too much bloody talk.
Here we go. Come on. Hey, it's over! Hey!
Good job.
Nice. Try
I
time.
don't think Clark Laidlaw will be happy with this display.
Well, he's going to kick that conversion. Last few minutes is going to be interesting, folks.
I think the Hurricanes will hang on.
Last few
sure they
minutes. What major competition would you like to see created or adjusted? I do feel like Japan and Fiji need to be in another competition. And the Rugby Championship seems like the most obvious one. But like I said, the travel would need someone smarter than me to work
They have to
out.
go a couple of days earlier.
Game on, Jason. Game on, man. Game on. Why not?
See, if they had got all their kicks.
If you were CEO of Super Rugby, what would you change? I would certainly make it only the top 6 teams make the knockouts. Teams 1 and 2 can have the first round off. And then, teams 3 through 6 can go through an initial playoff round. 8 teams out of 12 making the playoffs is
The Hurricanes.
stupid. It's too many. It means you literally get a team who's got a terrible record that makes the playoffs, which is just dumb. Right, 5 minutes to go. And it's 29-24. That score
I think that'll be the final score.
hasn't updated yet.
See what happens when you don't get your kicks.
Well, both teams have missed kicks.
That's 6 more people than usual, Tony. Oh, Junaid is coming in with the fire, Tony. Come on, Moana.
I think this is the worst game I've seen the Hurricanes play this year. It's not very good.
4 teams should be enough. You could also go top 4. I kind of like top 6. I feel like it's like the top half. Top 4 and you're missing 1 round of playoffs. I think they like having an extra round of playoffs. You're getting told off. Let her do what she wants. It doesn't matter.
No, she's come to watch the rugby.
There's only
She's come to watch the
4
rugby with me, mate.
minutes to go.
Any plans to watch the Premiership this weekend? I am been so bad at watching the Premiership. What are the games? Let me have a look. Premiership Rugby. Let me check some kickoff times. The kickoff times, to be fair, have been the killer. The URC often has a 6 in the morning, that's a Chinese thing, 6 in the morning kickoff time, which is fine. Premiership, 2 a.m., 2 a.m., 2 a.m., 2 a.m., 2 a.m. I'm not fucking watching games at 2 a.m., man.
He's got kids, man.
If it's an international game, yes,
Yes.
but I'm not watching frickin'... No, I'm not watching games at 2 o'clock in the morning.
He's got to get some sleep.
So you don't like the 2 o'clock?
I don't, 2 sucks. 2's the worst time. Let's see the URC games this weekend. 6:35. I can get up for 6:35. That's fine.
Absolutely.
12 a.m. That's not great. 2 a.m. 2 a.m. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. 6:35. So there's always a 6:35 game. That's why I watch as much URC as I do.
They got the penalty, so they're okay
Yeah.
now. I don't think Clark Lane will be very happy with the score.
Janine says, just you wait. The Satyrs will finish 8th and then beat the Blues in the quarterfinal.
Oh, a lot of people are saying that. No, not under Vern Stern, mate.
I could see it happening.
Oh, I could
I
see
could
it
see it
happening
happening.
too.
Not under Vern Stern.
Hope you're right.
One word DVR, David. That's true. I can watch it delayed. But if I'm going to make a video about it, I need to watch it kind of snappy.
What did he got to go back for? What
It
happened there?
didn't go 10 metres.
That's another thing they don't institute very much is the 10-metre rule. That's another thing.
I haven't seen Mark this passionate since the podcast about the jersey clashes. I can't stand jersey clashes. Did you see last week?
Yeah.
The brightest minds in Super Rugby were like, let's let the
I know.
Brumbies play the Waratahs with their culture round jerseys, which are both white,
Stupid,
and
isn't
put them both in navy blue shorts.
Moana Pasifika and
And,
the Highlanders
yeah,
over
and
in
blue.
the rain and Tonga, you could hardly see who was doing what.
How does that
They were
happen?
passing the ball to the opposition.
It's
It's
just
just
dumb,
so
isn't it?
dumb.
Dumb.
If you asked my children, you showed them the jerseys before the game, my children would know, Dad, those are the same colour.
It's just dumb, isn't it?
Like, I don't know how they get away with it. It's just so dumb.
Why do they do that?
I think they just let the teams design their own jerseys and just pick whatever they want to wear. They just kind of like, it's the honesty system. Like, you'll leave it up to you guys to wear whatever.
It doesn't make any sense.
Ain't nobody with kids getting up at 2 a.m. to watch Dragons versus Scarlets, says Cabbage Patch. Yeah, that's
Nah.
pretty much it. Newcastle at 2 does sound like a ring of hell. Yes, Gus. I'm not watching Newcastle Falcons at 2 o'clock in the morning. There's usually a premiership game on Saturday morning your time. That's true. You are right. I should have been watching the Saturday morning games. That's true. It's the Friday night game in the UK. But all of the Saturday games, like the Saturday UK games, suck over here. But it's great for you guys because it's afternoon rugby, which is what you guys want. Like, we want more afternoon rugby over here.
But we don't get it.
But we don't get it because they
We had
align...
it for about the first time last week.
Yeah, because they put these games on at night
Yeah.
so they can get some European viewers and so
The son wants to go to an afternoon game with them.
That's right. The refs can't the refs make them just like soccer? The refs can make them change, but they very rarely exercise that. I don't think they want to rock the boat. Sometimes they say on the ground level the clash doesn't look as bad as what it does on TV. But honestly, if it's a wide shot and there's a line break and I can't tell, is this guy like making a line break and he's got 2 players supporting? Or is it a line break and he's got 2 guys chasing him? Then something's wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
I need to be able to see at a glance that. You know what I
Moana
mean?
Pasifika and Highlanders was one of the worst
It was
nights
terrible.
in the rain.
It was terrible. Yeah, it was terrible. Like the stream, yes, Junaid, mate, you're a champ for always reminding us to like the stream if you haven't done it already. It helps out. Do it for Gazza. Drop us a like.
Oh, he knocked it on.
Oh, well, the Hurricanes have knocked it on, so Moana's got a chance to chase down a losing bonus
Out,
point.
out.
Christian Leolifano's never going to go length of the field at his age.
He's had leukemia, right?
Yeah, he did. Same as you.
Yeah, he was lucky to get out of it. He was pretty sick. Mate. I
Very
saw him in
late
hospital.
missed
He
this
was
one.
terrible.
G'day, Victoria. Long time no see. Very long time. Oh no.
I don't know that was terribly bright.
Well, that's it was closer than we expected. There was actually a game.
It was.
Would you think the Clark Layden would be disappointed?
I think so. I think he'll keep in mind the fact that he changed a ton of his players. But, yeah, they're not going to be real happy with that. For sure. Padza says, as a Canes fan, not happy with the score, but at the same time, I'm glad Moana have stepped up and played well. Yeah. That was much more entertaining than if it had been 55.
The Moana Pacific side was a lot stronger than
If it had been like 50-7, that would have been dull. But that was quite interesting. So, good. Good. One of my bros, Alan Craig, plays for Moana Pasifika. That's right. Yeah.
I definitely think they're better than last year by some time, actually. Oh, she's terrible. She's terrible at interviewing.
She's enthusiastic, I suppose.
She's enthusiastic, and she's got no idea. She's a bit like Joe Wheeler.
Yeah, they do pay some people just to be there to be very enthusiastic. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Well, I guess you guys need to go. Not that I'm kicking you out. You're welcome to stay.
We do need to go.
But I
home.
think you'll probably want to go.
Yes, we do need to.
What do you guys got planned for tomorrow?
Oh, I've got to go and get Zachary some toys.
So you getting a haircut?
Getting a haircut.
You're
We're
going to
gonna
buy my nephew a toy?
toy for
You
his
buying me
birthday.
anything or
Not yet.
not me?
No. We're going to get this one something.
Yeah, it's your birthday soon, Gazza.
Yes.
You want All Blacks mugs?
Yep,
Okay.
2.
I
Two.
promise I won't drop them this time.
Oh, God.
I'll
Doesn't
try
matter.
not to.
He can replace them. He's a rugby man.
Okay. Okay. I'll have a look for some All Blacks
Right.
mugs.
There'll be able to be somewhere.
Gazza loves a bit of hating on the pundits. He does. Some of the pundits rub him up the wrong way, and some of the refs rub him up the wrong
Yes.
way. This is true.
Yes.
He's okay with the players. He doesn't mind players.
Well,
You know, when you, like I keep repeating myself, and I do repeat myself at my age, when you guys played 100 games, asking the ref what's going on, and he hasn't explained it, well, to me that's a little bit of arrogance coming in. The headmaster, you know, I'm in charge, I'm God, a bit of the game. Now, not all referees do it. Some of them do it in different ways. But if you ask a lot of the rugby fraternity guys in Auckland, there's a lot of people that say yes.
If you ask rugby fans, who do you like more, the player who's played 100 games or the referee, you're always going to get people siding with the players, aren't you?
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
People don't like referees.
She's a big boy, isn't he?
All right, folks. I'm going to let
Nice
these
to see you,
guys
folks.
go. Cheers for coming along. It was
Yep.
a good game. And, yes, I think we might do one tomorrow. These guys won't be here, but I will be here tomorrow.
What
for a
game are you going to do? Brumbies?
I don't know. Brumbies one's at 4:35, which is kind of awkward
Yeah, it's awkward.
in terms of getting the kids fed.
Or are you going to do the Highlanders Blues?
Maybe Highlanders Blues.
Do that one.
That'd be interesting.
What do you reckon about that? How are we going to go?
We've changed our lineup, so it could be similar to this, I reckon.
Yeah, could be.
Highlanders have got a stable lineup, and we've changed ours. So similar. I think similar to this
could
one.
Be. Could be.
Yes. All right, folks.
Shall I give you a score?
Oh, go on. We'll get the Gazza prediction.
35-25.
35-25 to the
Blues.
Blues. There you go.
Better be.
Blues to win it tomorrow.
Better.
All right. You guys take care. See you guys later.
Bye bye.